Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a long-awaited what I eat in a day. I've gotten so many requests to see what I'm craving while I'm pregnant, which is what we've been cooking lately, so I thought that I would take you along today to show you what I ate. This video is sponsored by HelloFresh, which is my very favorite meal delivery subscription box. They make it so easy to eat a delicious dinner at home that you cooked yourself, so we're gonna make a HelloFresh dinner later on in the video and I'll tell you more about them, but let's go ahead and get into breakfast. One of my biggest turnoffs in the first trimester was eggs. One of my first gag moments where I just looked at food and gagged was when Bradley was eating eggs. So I avoided them for a long time, but now can't get enough. They are delicious. So we've actually been starting our mornings a lot of days with scrambled eggs and English muffins. And it's very simple, but it's very delicious. So Bradley is scrambling up some eggs. I always oversalt them, so I always make him do it. And also he loves to cook, so he's happy to do it. But he's just making 2 eggs for each of us, so 4 eggs, math. And he's just going to scramble those up. He seasons them, I think, with just salt and pepper, puts a little bit of cooking spray in the pan, and just scrambles them on up. Bradley is a firm believer in the low and slow scramble of eggs, which I've heard many people talk about, mostly Ina Garten, which I trust Ina with my life, the Barefoot Contessa, if you don't know, on the Food Network. So he is just using his egg spatula to scramble up our eggs, and in the meantime I was toasting up our English muffins, and I was going to get those buttered and jellied. At Costco right now they have this amazing jelly, which I don't even remember, I should have looked before I recorded this voiceover, but it's like a blend of, I think, raspberries, cherries, strawberries, and black currants. But it's my favorite jelly brand. I don't know how to say it, so I'm not even gonna try, but it is literally so good and I look forward to it every morning. I either have it on toast or, like I said, English muffins. Sometimes we have croissants if we just go to Costco, but we had Trader Joe's English muffins, which are actually really good. And kind of just handy to have on hand. You can do a lot with them. So I am just, buttering and jamming our toast. And yeah, very simple breakfast. That's pretty much it. I did also have a glass in my very cute bear Anthropology glass of pineapple juice. I cannot get enough of juice lately. I think it's because I always have a nasty taste in my mouth and juice just kind of helps with that. But I am having some pineapple juice with my eggs and English muffin. Then for lunch, my latest obsession has been guacamole. So anything that I can use as a vehicle to get more guacamole in my mouth is great. And you guys know I love the Trader Joe's mini chicken tacos. We just uploaded a Trader Joe's haul, which I talked about these, so I will link that up in the corner. But they're really easy to make. They literally take 7 minutes in the oven and they're so tasty. They're literally so good. They get really hot, and as you can see they get kind of a little hot and the chicken starts to melt outside of the little taco shell. They're just absolutely divine for a lunch, a snack, or an appetizer at a party even. So we always have those in the freezer. So I whipped up some of those, and then I whipped up some guacamole, and I'm making very simple guacamole. We have a vlog where Bradley showed his in-depth with the mocha laheti, however you say it. We have that. I will link that up in the corner. I have a very strong aversion right now, not to the taste of garlic so much, but to the smell of garlic, so I'm just really not using it very much. So this is a garlic-less guacamole, which normal me would be appalled by that. But right now it's just what I'm having to do. And this is also just really simple. It's mostly just avocado, tomato, and citrus, but it's really, really tasty. It's also just really easy, and it's ingredients that I always have on hand, and I'm sure I've shown this before, but I'm just cutting out the brown parts of the avocado, and then I am slicing it up into little cubes. I always do this with the avocado not in my hand, because you've heard, I'm sure, horror stories of people slicing their hands open cutting an avocado, so I just hold it down to the cutting board instead of holding it in my hand. But as you can see, I'm just kind of scoring it, and then I squeeze it into the bowl, and then I'm going to season it with some lemon and lime juice. I do like both. I know most people just use lime, but I just use a little bit of both. You just kind of have to learn your citrus preferences, and as far as not putting too much, but I just cut off a little end of both the lime and the lemon, and I squeeze it in with my citrus press. Then for seasoning, simple, just salt, pepper, and the chili lime seasoning from Trader Joe's, which I love. Normally, I would either have garlic powder or garlic salt or raw garlic in there, but like I said, I'm skipping the garlic for now. But I do somewhat generously salt it because it goes well with the citrus. You gotta find a nice balance. I just do one kind of big splash of the citrus, or the what is it called? The lime, the Trader Joe's one. And then some pepper. And then I mash it up with a fork before I put in the tomatoes because you don't want to mash up your tomatoes. These are the weird, like, I think they're called like mezzalune, something like that, tomatoes that I got at Trader Joe's. I love them. Every year they have them. I buy them because they're just really tasty and they're just a little extra long. I don't know. So I'm just cutting them up. I'm really weird and I squeeze out the juice and the seeds because I really don't like tomato seeds. It takes a little bit of extra effort, but I'm high maintenance like that and it's worth it. So yeah, I'm just cutting up the tomatoes into really fine pieces and then I'm stirring that into the mix and that's it. No cilantro for me, no onion, no jalapeno, just this. So I don't even know if you want to call it a guacamole, but I do call it a guacamole. But it's very tasty. It's very citrusy and fresh tasting. It's really nice for spring and summer. Of course, Ludi is nearby in case I drop anything. He's so sweet looking. Oh my gosh. So then I decided I'm really into fruit right now. I cannot get enough fruit, any of it. So we had cotton candy grapes, which I found at Whole Foods, and I'm just rinsing off a big old chunk of those to slap on my plate. Literally so good. I have them every day with my lunch, whatever I have. And then I also had some cuties, so I had a couple cuties as well. Just lots of fruit. So I'm just plating everything up, putting my insane amount of tacos on the plate, and then, of course, my grapes, my cuties, and then of course I have my guacamole, and it's literally so good. I just usually bring a fork with me with the guacamole and kind of spread it all over the tacos. I'm making myself so hungry. This looks incredible. If I have leftover guacamole, maybe I'll pull out the tortilla chips, but usually I just use it with the chicken tacos. But yeah, that's what I had for lunch. Oh, and I also wash it down with a huge mason jar of ice water because I cannot get enough ice water in this moment. It's so tasty. I had a hard time drinking the first trimester, but now it's like I cannot get enough water. It's so good. Now moving into the HelloFresh meal for dinner. As I said, this video is kindly sponsored by HelloFresh. I've been working with them a little over a year now, and I absolutely love it, and you guys know that. If you've never heard of it before, it is a meal kit subscription service that has literally something for everyone. They have all different sorts of plans, whether you're trying to be calorie smart, vegetarian, if you have a family of 4, if you just have a family of 2 like me and Bradley, well, 1 on the way. But they have so many different options for so many different diets and tastes. You get 3 meals per box, and the boxes can come as often or as little often. That didn't make sense, but you could skip weeks if you want to, or you could do every week if you wanted to. You can customize when the boxes come. Everything comes perfectly portioned out, so there's no waste, and all of their packaging is recyclable, which is amazing. And I always diet the tiny cute little things of sour cream and seasoning and stock and everything, but they send you literally everything you need with nothing left over, so you don't waste any food, which I love. They send you these amazing recipe cards that have pictures and step-by-step instructions so you can cook along with it, and it's always very easy and very fun, and usually teaches me a new technique or a new way of using an ingredient that I didn't know before, and you can hold on to them and make the recipes again and again. If you're interested in trying HelloFresh, you can use my code AmyLynn12 to get up to 12 free meals across your 4 boxes with HelloFresh. I will have a clickable link right there in my bio if you want to check it out and get the deal. Thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. You guys know I love HelloFresh, and I'm particularly in love with their pasta recipes, and we're having a HelloFresh pasta tonight, so I was really pumped. So let's go ahead and get into what we made. Tonight we chose the garden spinach and ricotta ravioli, which whenever a ravioli is a choice on HelloFresh, I get it because they make the best ravioli. And this one had zucchini in it, which I'm actually not a fan of zucchini, but Bradley is. So he left it out of mine, but he put it in his, which is also nice. You can kind of tailor it and pick out what you don't like if there is an ingredient in a recipe that you don't like, but it still comes out amazing. So of course Bradley's doing all the work because I'm barely lifting a finger in pregnancy because he's so sweet to me, but he also loves cooking. But I also do enjoy cooking. Once I feel better and I'm not grossed out by things, I'm totally gonna get back in the kitchen. But he is slicing everything up. So the zucchini, the tomato, it was a Roma tomato or a couple of those, and then the white parts of the scallions, and then he is boiling some water for the ravioli, of course, and then putting some oil in a pan to start the sauce. This sauce was so delicious, and I'm so excited to make it again and again and again on all different sorts of pastas, and it was so easy. So he's just starting in there with, I think, the scallions and then the Roma tomatoes, and just sauteing those up. Oh, and the seasonings. And then that just cooks down for a while to soften the tomatoes. He's also salting the boiling water for the ravioli. And I also told him that we gotta work on his cooking shots because his buff arms are in the way most of the time, so you can enjoy Bradley's really buff arms. He added in the veggie stock, which this is also a vegetarian-friendly pasta sauce if you're interested, and then also some lemon juice, which lemon juice makes everything better, and that's just going to sizzle away for a bit. He added in the ravioli, which I love the green stripe down it. It's spinach and ricotta, and maybe lemon was in there too. It was really, really good. I have had this ravioli from them before with a different sauce, but I love their ravioli, like I said, and they're fresh pasta, so it doesn't take that long to cook, probably about 3 minutes. Whenever I'm cooking fresh ravioli, I just wait till it floats to the top, and then it was floating, so he drained that, and then he saved some of the pasta water, which is a magical trick that I think HelloFresh taught us. We had no idea that you could add pasta water with like the starches in it to thicken up sauces. So he is adding some pasta water and then the packets of sour cream to the tomatoes and everything else that was bubbling away in there. My gosh, this is making me hungry. It looks so good. And then he added some butter. HelloFresh provides everything for you. You're just required to have butter, olive oil, salt, and pepper, and water, obviously. So he is just melting down that butter and making the sauce a little bit thicker. I think he put some sauce aside for me and didn't give zucchinis to me, but he's adding his zucchini in and then the pasta in, and then you just toss it all together. And it's that easy. Like, HelloFresh is so easy. Most of their meals take 30 minutes or less. This was definitely probably less than that. He's adding some lemon zest, and it just was so, so good. So here we have it plated up. I am adding some Parmesan cheese. This one was mine, sans the zucchini. But you'll see Bradley's with the zucchini in a second. But yeah, guys, that is it. We ate this and enjoyed it. I haven't really been having dessert at night, which is odd, but I just haven't for some reason. If I do, it's usually a snow cone, but on this night I didn't have one. So yeah, guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed taking a peek into what I eat in a day. I can do this again next trimester if you are curious. I don't even think I said I'm in my second trimester, the end of my second trimester. But yeah, that's pretty much kind of what my eating habits have been. So I hope you enjoyed seeing that. But I love you guys. I will talk to you very soon, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!